Hey guys, what's up? We are back here with another video. Today we are doing Notre Dame Stanford season-ending prediction video. Last game of the season, Notre Dame versus Stanford Cardinals. It is unbelievable. I have now been doing these prediction videos for Notre Dame's games for 4 years now. Game-by-game predictions. Obviously, I've missed a few games here and there, especially last season. But this year has been the most support by far and away. I have had 10,000 plus views on all these videos combined, almost 15,000 views. So if you could help me get that 15,000 view mark on all these videos combined, go ahead, like the video down below, subscribe down below if you are a Notre Dame fan or a Stanford fan, or if you're a general college football fan. We do plenty of college football content. Also, make sure you check out College Football Roundup. It is the show where me and American Football Network discuss the top 20 games of the week and pick them, as we have a pick'em contest and a little bet. The loser gets their head shaved. So it should be an interesting game, or interesting final couple of weeks, as there is a 2-game differential between us. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's get started with today's video. So with this video, it's going to be a little bit of a combination of a look over the season and then a look at this game. We'll start with a look at the season. So for Notre Dame's side, Notre Dame has had a disappointing season. There is no doubt about that. Notre Dame has struggled at points, particularly against Ohio State, against Clemson, and against Louisville, the 3 losses. But also you have a team that just simply put has issues when it comes to stopping teams that has any capability of running the ball. Louisville, you gave up over 250 yards rushing. Clemson, you gave up over 200. Ohio State, you didn't give up as many, but there were definitely issues there. There's no doubt about that. So when you're looking at this team, when you're looking at this environment as a whole, Notre Dame has a lot of issues with that. So I expect Stanford to try to run the ball coming into this game, but we'll kind of see how that goes. And what is effective and what is not effective. Notre Dame is the number 19 team in the country at this point. Probably going to move up a slot or 2 after last week's win, and a couple of teams getting an L. So I do expect it to be a little bit of a jump. Probably number 17 in the country. So Notre Dame has had some issues overall throughout the season, but you did get a 45-7 win over Wake. Personally, I would like to see a lot of Steve Angeli in this game, maybe even some Kenny Mitchie, just kind of getting some snaps for those backup quarterbacks, because, well, Sam Hartman's not going to be here next season. So when you look at it, you really want to see a Notre Dame team that just simply is going to improve the backups that are going to be here next season instead of the starters that won't. Hopefully getting some more snaps for Jeremiah Love and Jabrian Payne at the running back position, as Audric Estime is just too good to stay behind. He will probably be one of the best, if not the best running back in the draft class. In my opinion, he is, but up to one's interpretation. Stanford, 3-8 season right now. Obviously a disappointing season. One of the most disappointing parts of it was a week 3 loss to Sacramento State. Obviously Troy Taylor's former team. Definitely not what you're looking for. There are a lot of issues, and there are a lot of things that need to be dealt with this Stanford team. But to be fair, you have also improved a little bit. You got a win against Colorado, 46-43, and a win against Washington State, 10-7. So you won both ways. You won defensively and you won offensively. The offensive win against Colorado was extremely impressive, a double overtime win after coming back by, I think it was 29 points down was the final tally. It was a bad game. You came close against a very good Arizona team. Not even a very good Arizona team. So if you could have gotten a couple of wins there, here or there, you played pretty bad against Cal. It definitely wasn't a great game, as you kind of let Jaden Ott kind of run all over you. So you definitely have some issues there. You definitely have a little bit to work on. So there is that. So as we move on here to the game portion of the video, Notre Dame versus Stanford. It's at Stanford. You have a team in Stanford that has some pieces that are working, but Notre Dame obviously has a lot more. So to start off with the Notre Dame side, Notre Dame, Sam Hartman, I kind of find it interesting with the quarterback position that you have Sam Hartman. I wonder how long he stays in this game. I hope it's only for maybe 2.5 quarters, and then you can get more Steve Angeli, Kenny Minchey, like I discussed earlier in the video. I think Notre Dame, they'll just have a running attack. They'll slow them down. I expect this game to be kind of close for the first, quarter or so, like it was against Wake, where I think it was tied 7-7 going into the second quarter, but at the end of the day, it was 45-7 Notre Dame. Notre Dame's offense has been pretty... or has been very good almost, you could say, against teams like Stanford, teams that struggle defensively. Stanford's going to have no ability to pass the ball whatsoever. Notre Dame is one of the best secondaries in the entire country, and you also have a great cornerback in Benjamin Morrison, so you're going to have struggles there. But defensive line-wise, I could see Notre Dame having issues. There's no doubt about that. Notre Dame very much could have issues when it comes to this team, or when it comes to Stanford. Notre Dame struggled against Wake Forest. They gave up a lot of rushing yards. It was frustrating watching that first quarter and a half. It was not a good first quarter and a half. Notre Dame has kind of been slow getting out of the gate. So when looking at this game, we'll give 3 keys for the Irish to win this game. First key: run the ball, run it. You got to be able to run the ball. Just keep going. Give it a Love, give it a Payne, give it a Estime, whoever, just run the ball. You're going to be able to slowly beat down Stanford just like you have pretty much every other team. Then you have key number 2, stop their run game. Please. You got to slow down Stanford's run game, because defensively, they're not going to be able to pass the ball against you. I guess offensively, they won't be able to pass the ball against you. You're going to have no issues there. I have no anticipation of any issues, whether it's the starting quarterbacks and Benjamin Morrison and Cam Hart, or it's the backups and Christian Gray and I forgot the other guy's name. Either way, point being, it still stands. Jaden Mickey, that's the other guy's name. Jaden Mickey, even the backups are good enough to stop Stanford's passing attack. When you're looking at it, got to stop the run. Key number 3. This one is kind of one I'd like to see as much as it is a key. I'd like to see a lot of dynamic plays from the wide receivers, some go balls, some passes down the field. I'd like to see some energy in this passing offense. And I know Gerald Parker, that's not his MO. I get it. He's probably gone after the season. If he's not, I will be furious. But at the end of the day, when it comes to Gerard Parker, I would like to see some passing down the field. I'd like to see Steve Angeli push it. I'd like to see Kenny Minchey push it. I'd like to see something going on where you're pushing it down the field, where you're getting it into the middle of the field, where you're getting into the hash marks, where you're putting go balls up and just letting your receivers go get it. I'd like to see Jaden Greathouse have a big game. I'd like to see Eli Raridan get a little bit more involved. I think Mitchell Evans should be back next year. I doubt he'll go to the draft. He's a redshirt junior, but he'll probably be back next year. So you're looking at a team that just simply they have pieces. Don't get me wrong. They have pieces. But at the end of the day, they still need to put it all together. That's what's going to happen with this Notre Dame team. I think that they're going to put it all together. My final score, 55-7. Similar to the Wake Forest game. This could get Notre Dame close to the magic mark of 40 points. Not at 40 points, but it will be very close. The closest Notre Dame has been ever to that 40 points a game mark throughout a season. And that's going to wrap up today's video. As always, hit the 2 videos down below and the subscribe button up here as we try to march towards our goal of 1,400 subscribers. And as always, have a great day. Bye, guys.